Repeat hot. 28. Okay, Bob, would you walk us through here on we got a million? Three? Yeah, we got 3 boys. We got 3 boys. The voice on your right. The shoes from running on the right voice side. Over raise your hello. Russia, Hamas, all right, kids, rip it. Line 11 there, folks.
I'm trying to remember.
Malkeinu, Adoreinu, Boreinu, Goaleinu, Yisreinu, Yosheinu, Gasharbo, Roeinu, Roe Yisrael, Hamelachatu, V'Meitibako, Shebo Yom Vayom, Humeiti, Manu, Hulenu, Loa, Loheinu, Chesed Rachamim,
Yeshua Nechama Parnasa Becha Kayam V'Rachamim V'Chayim V'Rachamim Yeshua Nechama Verse 32, 1:15.
10.
You.
10.
Yes.
What's 10? Richard.
I'm glad you told me.
You're on 10. You skipped a big part.
Oops.
Yeah.
Is that what you're?
What's in front of your nose?
That's the person who lives in the house.
Alright.
Now we do it? Well, that was done. I mean, that was well done. Well, I'm done.
Marty, you did
It
an
was
exceptional
interesting how
job.
after that first paragraph, all the heavy voices cut out.
You're not
All of
kidding.
those voices stopped.
Susan and Richard led the.
Thank you. And Jenny
Thank
did
you,
a wonderful
Sue.
job.
Thank you,
We
Richard.
noticed it went into the higher octaves. Yes.
Were you in there too, Lauren?
For a little bit. Just for a little bit.
All right,
There's a work the other part.
okay.
I was
we got-
in
What are you so tired out
Liner
for,
through
Bob?
myself.
You were just looking at them.
I was exhausted trying to catch up.
Do the adults get credit for backup vocals?
Back up.
Backup vocals?
Susie.
For what?
Way back?
Backup vocals for the
Audience
adults.
participation.
Where's Papa?
I'm still a little embarrassed about the fact that my Apple Common got ripped off. You know?
All best laid plans.
Well,
At least your name's not
I
her.
have the Apple Common right here. I'm a little
He
upset
moved
that
it
I got.
over there, and then I tricked you and said that Mommy called you in the other room, then I called it at the table and took it.
Well, aren't you proud of yourself? This used to be a good neighborhood. It's like you gotta lock your table now. I mean,
Lock the table.
of course.
I wonder how you're gonna do that.
Bitter Murray's now.
Well, we need to turn to page 33 and go on with our
I'm
third
not.
cup
I
of
wasn't.
wine.
Don't. No, I just there. Don't even.
Papa is upstairs. He'll be down shortly. He is okay.
No, he's all right.
He'll be with us. It's fine. Perfectly fine. So he's
Shofar,
Probably upstairs getting the real straight stuff instead of the jizz.
He's gotten used to
shofar, so good.
heavy, his video.
Okay, we're going to line 7, folks. Hold on a minute. Lovey, you ready?
Yes.
Line 7.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hayafid.
It's just cabbage. Oh!
Cabbage wine. That Chinese flavor
There's something
there.
about pulling that out of your wine.
It's the same leftover grape leaves.
It's just kind of hair.
Ooh, why are you drinking the whole thing? Are you supposed to?
I ain't take this.
I think
I
you
just
are.
saw one.
Isn't there a thing about how you're supposed to drink a certain portion of your
Got me.
wine, or should you just take a sip?
No,
Supposed
no.
to drink an egg.
A what?
An egg
An
and
egg,
wine.
yeah.
Dad, did you get any cookies?
Is this for real?
Yes.
Don't know what it goes on?
Drink an
How
egg?
do you drink an egg?
Barely.
It's the amount of
You enjoy
volume.
it?
It was probably something that jumped out and bit my
Tell
shirt.
me how much that is. I bet nobody knows that.
If you put an egg in
That's what it's all about.
in a full cup, the amount that would spill over the edge would be the amount you're supposed
Okay, now fill in the
whatever that is.
Hey, we're ready to go to Elijah. You know, I wanted to tell you, that I made a brief phone call to Ken's house to send regards to them from this home.
Uh-huh.
And he sent his regards back to everybody.
Very
Sent
nice.
wishes to everybody. So,
Very good.
from their home to ours and backwards. we're all
That was
connected.
very smart.
Smart? I would have thought of a lot of words. Smart would not would have been one of them.
I'm comparing that to your former academic achievements. That was smart.
I just can't believe it's possible for you to do such a
Hey,
thing.
listen, while we're talking, I might even tell you to dial the phone without having to look it up. That's really take credit.
Very clever, right?
Thank you very much.
Man, you don't have one of those one-button dialers either.
No, it was really hard work. Well, thanks, Mark.
You know what I think is miraculous, if I may say so?
Seriously.
Oh, here it goes.
Go ahead.
Mom on the roll.
yeah, go ahead now.
How could you
You're on
talk
film.
for just 30 seconds on the phone and hang up?
No, I
They
didn't.
didn't.
Well, all my life you've been teasing me. You know, when I was a kid, maybe that's not the time to talk about this, but I went to Wilson.
Keep
Used
in
to
mind your
dress-
yourself.
Used to
Yeah.
dress me up and say, "That's a very smart outfit." I remember that. Didn't she say that to you? That outfit looks very smart on you. And then she would always add. Of course, you're not, but the clothes look smart.
That's okay. When I was getting dressed up, she said that outfit used to look smart on Murray.
There you have it. Now, and one more thing while we're getting all this out in the open.
Here's Papa.
Oh, bye.
Papa missed all the good
This is
stuff.
like a Seder with Joyce Brothers. One more thing, Steve, I need a testimony from someone who goes back in time. Would you please tell Patty, in Seder's past, when Dad would lead the Seder, if you recall everything going on organized in a perfect order and never any disputes as to when the next cup of wine was to be drunk or poured or any of those things? Was it always, tell her.
What am I supposed to say?
I like
What
to
am I
know.
supposed to say?
I think the question I'm
Mine too.
asking
What am I
is in the Seders of old that you remember back in Newport or Kirby or whatever.
How old
do
do you think he is
do
anyway?
you recall that we ever had to disagreements among ourselves as to what was the next thing to do? And we
I don't
never did
remember any
that?
disagreements.
Any flub ups here as to sandwiches going out in the wrong order and
Not that far off, but yes, there were.
maybe not that far off. How far off were yours?
A question
Or
that
theirs?
came, my recollection, a question that might come when Papa was part of say was, well, all right, we saw it. There was a hesitation, not all reversal. You know,
Was that also your memory?
7 or 8 second delay, maybe?
Yeah.
what does your Maxwell House say? Mine says, you know, what version?
Because we worked off of a lot of different Haggadahs too, you know, the Maxwell House version.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah,
I think we'll be we'll make do.
Good the last word.
yes.
I recollect when I used to sit at the Seder with my father. Right? The Torah and I used to listen. My father used to run the Seder. He made Kiddush. The youngest me would ask the full question. And then, of course, as we grew up, next thing I knew that I was attending one Seder with my father, one Seder with Mama's and Daddy. And I saw the difference. I have on tape, the old tape, my father making a Seder and my father-in-law making a Seder. That's a treasure. You're asking a lot of questions. Those tapes are available. Might be quite interesting to listen to, right? And you see a lot of tradition. But I saw a difference, big difference. My mother participated as the woman, the queen of the household, the meals and all this. But with my mother-in-law, God bless her soul, she participated in it to the point from strictly from memory. Everything was committed to memory. And she would actually correct my father-in-law. Now, when both of these parents passed on, I remember vividly the first Pesach, when my mother-in-law said, "Sai," sit at the head of the table. And I was very like this here. For me to be conducting the Seder for the first time, with that professional standing there. And she was encouraging, she was this or that. And I was very ill prepared, because you want to remember, these children having something I never had. Going to a school such as they're going to, studying with somebody that knows what they're talking about. They read something and know the translation of it. We grew up with a guy sitting there, ba ba bo bo, whatever you said, you didn't know what you were saying, but you had to sound right. You follow? And much of what I've learned about the Hebrew and so on is, believe it or not, Tampa, not Boston at all. And so when I sit here tonight and I see a change, I see something a little different. Well, I experienced that too, in a different light. But nevertheless, life goes on. But the one thing, Marie and Bobby, the theme has not changed. It's for these youngsters to remember. Like you said, Bobby, you build memories. Maybe those that are old enough will remember what I'm saying right now. And so Papa said, like I keep talking about my father said, and so on. And we live on in our children, because that's who I'm going to be living on, right there with the children. But the theme ain't changed. You spend the whole night tonight with the children participating rather than sitting and falling asleep. Like most cases we had, they'd sit and they'd fall asleep. You couldn't understand what was going on. It was all in Hebrew and so on. And so I admire the change, because you may have gone from Hebrew to English as such. You may have jumped around in the Aguda, and you may have stomped on a lot of stuff. But nevertheless, these children will remember this.
That's a lot of stuff.
Whatever. Like you said, it was a good cover. I don't know whether it's supposed to be in sequences. Yes, it's supposed to be in sequence, because that's the way I was taught. Not that I say it had to be, I don't know. But the point that I'm trying to bring here is that I get quite a pleasure out of sitting here and watch this. Most particularly from Michael on down. You kids know more than I ever knew at your age. Good heavens, couldn't touch you. Couldn't touch you. And so I'm happy to see this. And as parents, I think you should be proud. Really. As a grandfather, I'm very proud.
And his grandmother having them.
Well, then I'll speak for both of us. We're very proud to have sat at this table and see, even with the newer method, again I repeat, the theme has not changed. You are to remember that this is like as if you yourself come out of Egypt. That you yourself. But then we're going to find a ridiculous statement at the end of this thing. I think it is. Next year in Jerusalem, I still think that this Aguda should be rewritten. I believe it's not up with the times. I honestly do. I don't mean to perform sacrilege. I don't mean that at all. But are we there now, or are we not?
What do they say in Eretz
I don't know what they say today. They could have very well said next year in New York City.
They said it's different.
What do they say?
I don't know.
Next
I
year, the
was
Mashiach
told,
or
but
something, or
There's they
something that we don't have that they're
Yeah.
still hoping for?
Those that don't live in Yerushalayim,
Yeah.
I can still say that.
Yeah.
Because you ascend Aliyah to Yerushalayim.
Right.
But those in Yerushalayim, I don't know what they say.
The whole question comes up on this, with this theme we're talking about. The return to the land, understand? Is this what the Bible is calling for? Is this a return to the land, for the love of the land, to want to obey God's law, the mitzvahs and all that? Is this the true return, or are we yet to witness that? I don't have brains enough to tell you that. But in my opinion, I wouldn't want to go to Tel Aviv and see a miniature New York City. There's such holiness there. I can't put that into words. So I'm glad that both Mom and I came up here. We sit here. We see the Seder is conducted. And the accomplishment always is that the children should go to bed tonight with knowledge and look forward to tomorrow night. And so what I want to say, as Father of you all, God bless you. God bless you.
Thank you very much for your time.
And to you, darling, as the Catholic said, blessed is the fruit of thy, fruit. Blessed. Because if it wasn't you, they wouldn't be.
Amen.
Roll seat.
The children would, if you would open the front door, I think we can see if Elijah might show up
Oh.
there. Okay? Boys, John. You're one of the children.
See, that's another point you ought to elaborate on, Murray. Murray, this statement that you're about to make, you know, whether it's a friend, a foe, someone you love or someone you hate, doesn't matter. Come. This is the thing I didn't hear tonight. Only come and sit. No?
Yeah.
So it's a fun to show them too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hello there.
Hello.
You with the bearded one there.
All right. You must ride.
Right. That's good, Jenny.
So everybody drank from their cups, is that why they're all down, or
Yes. They have been filled.
they have been filling?
Nobody here yet.
Maybe if we keep pushing it, everything will sitting down.
Okay, you ready? Oh, Lori, did Lori open the door? Lori, where are you, babe?
I'm trying to
Just stand by the
You have
door.
to stand by the door there.
Just stand by the door.
Wait for Elijah. Be careful. If you
Let
stand,
Lori do this.
Lori,
Mosquitoes.
Lori, if you stand very, very still, you can actually feel Elijah come right in. You'll feel a little breeze. I guarantee it. Stand still now. We'll see if we can get Elijah to come here. Uncle Bob, would you help us here? 29, please.
Take it away, Steve.
That helps. Steve, press the mic.
Take it, Murray.
Thank you, Mike.
Give it back to you.
Richard? All right. David.
Deborah.
Where is it?
Right,
On 8,
Deborah.
on 9?
He can't say that far away from him.
Pour out thy wrath upon the nations that know thee not, and upon the kingdoms that call not upon thy name, for they have consumed Jacob and laid waste his habitation. Pour out thy rage upon them, and let thy fury overtake them, and pursue them in anger, and destroy them from under the heavens of the eternal. Shifo Hamas Cha El Yagoyim, Asher Lo Yida'ucha, Vial Mal Malachos, Asher Bashimcha Lo Karu.